Hello, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you for being here for your intuitive love reading. This is going to be a deeply intuitive reading here for you to see what's coming up in love, the next chapter, new love. What is the sort of next phase, next cycle here for you? So this is going to be a collective message for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. So I won't be using the tarot deck. This is just purely the messages that are coming to me that I think are going to be helpful for you in where you find yourself currently in your love life. So this is exciting because I think when I think of you water signs, I feel like you're on a path of growth. And I think you've been on this path for quite some time. I think there's been a lot of karmic cycles that have ended for you. And that's because the universe is preparing you or has prepared you for this exciting new chapter, which I feel like is very profound. Particularly because when I think about what's coming up here for you, I'm really getting a sense of longevity here, or a long-term vision or a long-term partner that's going to be coming up into your life. So your experience in love, I should say, is going to be a lot more promising than with previous people. Now, this next chapter that's coming up here for you can be with someone from your past, or it can be with someone new. Regardless, I'm getting a really a quality relationship or a quality person that's coming up around you here. Now, this person has a lot to offer you, and I feel like you're going to click with them. The word that's really coming to mind is just clicking and things being really comfortable very early on. So I'm getting, when this person comes into your life, they're going to present a lot of green flags, which you're going to notice. And I think you're going to reciprocate in a lot of ways. So the reason you're going to feel very comfortable very early on is because I really feel like there's amazing compatibility between the both of you. Not only that, I feel like it's more emotional, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a Venus or a Venus or their moon sign in Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, because I think there's going to be an emotional understanding here. And I'm also getting a lot to do with intuition. I think this person is going to be really intuitive. They could work with esoteric arts. They could just be very empathetic. They could be an empath. But I really feel like it's a deep and meaningful kind of person. But I think you're going to add a lot of value to each other. So this next chapter is all about that emotional fulfillment that maybe you didn't get before, or you haven't experienced to this level, or maybe you haven't given anyone up until this time. And then this person comes in and it's like, wow, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to give them this. I'm ready to give them these parts of me, these parts of myself. So, I mean, this is pretty incredible. And I think it speaks volumes of the depth. I definitely feel a lot of you are going to be falling very deeply in love, or falling back into love with a person. But the depth of bondship that's coming up, that I get a sense here, is that it's just that it's going to be much more deep and meaningful than it ever was. So this is something amazing that you have to work with here. I really feel like they're going to bring a lot into your life, and I think they're going to open you up to kind of a new world. It could be something very specific. It could be like their hobby or their work. Some of you might be relocating for this person, but I really feel like I really get a lot of you are going to be wanting to settle down, or actually will settle down with this person. But I do think that they're going to invite you into their life, and that's going to be their world kind of thing, but somehow it's going to draw you in. Like, you might end up working in the industry that they work in. You might end up living in the country that they're originally from, because they might want to move back. So I think it's something specific, but I feel like they're going to open you up to a new world. And I think this is adding to the self-discovery / transformation I sort of saw for you. And I think there's a reason why, and you might not see it as it's happening. But I really think in time, this will just be very reflective of why the universe has put you with this person, or has matched the both of you up. There's a reason why you're going to be paired up, and it has something to do with this new chapter and like being connected to them in this way. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's relocation happening. It could be someone foreign, it could be someone with different heritage, or like I said, they're in a very specific industry or niche or market, and somehow they're going to bring you over to that. But I think you've sort of been working your way towards that. There might have been little signs, little glimpses, if you will, from the universe over the last weeks or months. I think it's all culminating and leading up to this energy and this new chapter that you're going to have with this person. I also want to say there's a particular maybe issue or something you've been dealing with. I think it's coming from your side that you've been dealing with, and I think it's going to change. Okay, it's going to change when you're with this person. I think it would change for the better. So there's a certain situation, could be at a career level, could be more internal, could be a habit, could be an addiction. It could be eradicated, or it could be very much changed. But again, I'm linking it back to your spiritual change or transformation and lessons that you've had. So pay attention to the little signs the universe is giving you, because I think they're all pointing in one particular direction. And I think if you slowly start adding up the points, it'll very much make more sense than it ever did previously. So that's very exciting. I think you have a lot to look forward to with this person. And I'm also getting travel very much connected, or like foreign links or foreign venues that you've never been to before. They are coming up pretty strongly here as well. So I really feel like there's a strong relocation for some of you, starting a new chapter. Wouldn't be surprised if you're kind of traveling for work, or traveling on your own, doing your own thing, having your own goals, hopes, wishes, dreams, ambitions, aspirations, and then that's what kind of leads you to this person as well. Again, it would point to that internal growth, that internal drive that's taking you places physically, mentally and physically, literally. So to have that, and I think to unlock that next chapter through these types of ways, I think is very interesting. But I can't say I'm surprised. So I think for a lot of you, I'm definitely getting some sort of meeting or meeting up on travels. So you might be meeting for the first time. They might even be foreign, but in that particular city, state, or country. There's also potentially an invitation here. I'm also getting a long distance kind of vibe to this connection. So I wouldn't be surprised if you sort of meet someone who is further afield, and then you do this long distance. It would make sense, because I think there's a lot of new places and new experiences. Like, I'm talking new food, new culture. It's potentially even a culture shock here to you. So very much could be dating outside the norm, or attracting someone who isn't necessarily someone you might have gone for, water signs, but this emotional bond is going to be so deep. And I'm getting the word authentic. So there's sincerity, there's authenticity, trust is very important. And I think to have someone that you can trust from very early on. Of course, I'm not telling you to dive in and just trust someone straight away. It's important, you give that time, because trust does take time to build. But I think the bond that you have, I think you'll be doing a lot for each other that maybe you haven't done before, or they haven't done before. So it's really taking that next step which is interesting. Okay, it's taking that next step, but I'm getting you're jumping into the deep end of the pool here. So, you might not feel ready, or you might not think that you're ready, but really I think the universe is trying to encourage this flourishing for you. So, you can't deny that. And I think it's been coming for a long time. I think karmically you're ready for it. Karmically you've cut a lot of ties. Karmically you've done a lot of work, or you're in the process of doing that work. And something will culminate. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and there's always something that we're working towards, and there's always something that the universe is going to give back through your intentions, thoughts, actions. So this, I think, to have this connection showing up in your experience is a testament to that. It's a testament to your hard work. But listen, it really is depending how hard you work on yourself and how much growth you're doing, because you're going to attract that person who's at that level, whether it's not as much growth or far more growth than you anticipated. You're actively attracting that. And I think that's something you need to be mindful of as you're doing the hard work. As you continue working on yourself, your goals, your life direction, whatever it is, I think that's how you're going to connect with this person. But like I said, I think you're going places. I think things will fall into place, fairly soon. I'm getting things happening more effortlessly than maybe previously, or in previous relationships, or when you've had previous chances. So yes, that's what I'm getting, but it feels authentic, and it's someone who's going to make you feel true to yourself and who you are at your core. So it's almost like they're going to be holding up a mirror here to you, and you're like, okay, this is who I am at my core. This is what I do. So I think that's it. That's an important thing to remember, because that's the end goal here. But that end game I'm getting is very much connected to this person, and your future, from what I'm feeling and seeing for you, feels very hopeful. It feels very authentic, and most importantly, it feels very settled, very comfortable. And you are so deserving of this, water signs. So I am wishing you such well wishes with this connection and its future. That longevity is to come, absolutely. So how exciting! But I am going to leave it there. So thank you so much for tuning in once again. Of course, if you are after a private reading with me, please feel free to email me, and we can go ahead and arrange that for you. Otherwise, I'm sure we'll be in touch very, very soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Much love, and bye for now.